So nice to see everyone. Welcome. Today is a very special day because it's the closing of our virtual event program. And so this program has been quite special for us. And it's the very first time we've been doing this. So my name is Meike. I'm the founder of Ocean Now. And I'm your host tonight. The agenda for tonight is that I'm going to do a little intro, a little mini recap intro, and I'll keep myself short. It's just a little reflection on where we're actually at. Then we'll have poems by the Ocean Now team. We'll have a poem video, which is called Rise, a very powerful one. And we'll have music by Felipe Duarte and a breathing exercise and meditation with Ulrike Gollmick. To start with this very special day today, we are closing our program tonight, Inseparable, on our relationship with the ocean and nature. And it's been very special. It has been 27 days with 22 events and over 400 participants from around the world. It's been quite a big thing for us, and it's been beautiful and intense and fun and exciting and insightful, and we learned so much. And I feel really grateful for having had the opportunity to do this right now at this point of time, actually, particularly right now. So what was the idea of the program and where are we at right now? I want to keep myself really short, as short as I can. Of course, you could talk about it a long time, I think. So what was the idea? We wanted to realize where we're actually at as humans on this planet. How do we actually connect to nature and to the ocean? We particularly wanted to realize this program because we saw that, of course, it is needed in general, but also because of this momentum right now. So this art exhibition that was initially planned transformed into a virtual event program. And it was a decision by us to do this because, yes, it's a chance right now and we can see this more and more. So it was really like a big jump into something completely new. And what we did is, like, just to summarize it, I mean, it's a bit crazy actually if you think of it, of what we realized. So we had, on one hand, we looked into ourselves, our body looked inside with breathing and meditation workshops with Ulrike Gollmick, who's here tonight as well, with Eva Gleason, and with Benjamin Yoon. Then we tapped into following our intuition and our intuitive path of future waters with Felipe Duarte, who is here tonight as well, and look at how we can actually learn from indigenous communities. We learned about COVID-19, biodiversity, and alternative economic models and cultures, as, for example, in talks with Daniel Christian Wahl, Christian Felber, and Kate Jones. We learned about artists, their views, and their work. For example, as with Esteban Richard, Svante Günzel, Sasha Spachal. We were very lucky to stream this very meditative movie, beautiful movie, The Whale and the Raven, and to talk to the director of the movie. We talked to this very inspiring person also, Carl Safina, about communication among animals and how we perceive them. And then we also learned some very hands-on things, in a zero waste workshop, how to live the zero waste life, and in a DIY cosmetics workshop, how to make our own cosmetics. So it's been a really quite a wide range of things, actually, quite a wide program. Lastly, we did have some also really political and scientific discussions on the topic of microplastics, which is still the topic number one with Ocean Now, and also on the Sustainable Development Goals, so quite a political one in a fishbowl discussion, and where we're at as a society here. And we moved forward with one really beautiful element, which we're going to look at tonight as well, with poetry. And we had this creative contest, 3 rounds of it, and received these beautiful letters and poems to the ocean, which was a really nice way also to connect to people. And we're very thankful for those creations we received. Yes, it's been quite a journey and it's been amazing. And so these 4 weeks have been like a very new learning for us as a team. And first of all, I wanted to say a big thank you to the Ocean Now team that is also present here, many people, because of course, like we wouldn't have been able to realize this if we were just one person, for sure. And then a huge thank you also to all the participants that tuned in from around the world. We didn't know what to expect, and like I think we were all very content and happy with how things went. What is the conclusion? Well, we hope that we could inspire and contribute to this realization that we are all inseparably connected with nature. And as humans really tick in different ways. Some humans can connect with meditation, are more spiritual, some are more scientific, some are more rational, some can tune in a different way. We wanted to really like cover as many characters as we can to reach them with this idea. Yes, we are connected, we depend on nature. And that's why we're here to, from now on, I'm just saying this, to protect it much more, because we're basically protecting ourselves, and we're realizing that everything is one thing. There's not humans in nature. We're all one. And so this is what we hope we did achieve. And from what we've heard from people so far is that we have achieved it to a certain extent. I know there will be more feedback also coming. We uploaded all of the videos on our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is yet to follow, but we're getting more and more feedback, and that's beautiful to see. So now our society is at a point where we can seize this momentum even more. And tonight we have, I think, also 1 or 2 contributions to take this further. Yes, so with this said, a long talk, I can actually make a move towards our poem section. Yes, so poetry for us in this program has been an element to connect with nature. And what we also did is we looked at poetry ourselves within our team, and we selected a couple of poems. So what I would like to do is show you our poem readings, the poem readings from the Ocean Now team. And what I'm gonna do next is show my screen. In what sense is the mighty ocean wonderful? It is wonderful in its vast extent. It is wonderful in its perpetual movement. It never rests, it never stands still, not even for a moment, not even the tiniest particle of it. It is wonderful in its uninterrupted music, the sound of the ocean tide. It is wonderful in its ever-changing lights and colors, the blue and the green and the mauve, the purple, the gold. It is wonderful in its unfathomable depth. It is particularly wonderful when we see it and come into contact with it, and perhaps swim in it for the first time. When we plunge in, whether on a hot or a cold day, move our arms and legs about, and for the first time in our lives, find that we are swimming in the mighty ocean, or at least paddling.
Frühmorgens ging ein Flüstern um. Nur du und ich in einem Boot auf eine Reise. Und keine Menschenseele wird je von unserer Pilgerfahrt erfahren, die führen wird zu keinem Orte, keinem Ziel. Auf diesem grenzenlosen Meere würden meine Lieder brausend sich zu Melodien entfalten, frei wie die Wogen, frei von allem Wort, derweil du lächelst, still lauschend. Ist diese Zeit noch nicht bereit? Sind Werke noch zu tun? Schau, wie der Abend senkt sich auf den Strand. Es flieht das Licht und Meeresvögel fliegen heim zu ihrem Nest. Wer weiß, wann man die Taue löst und wann das Boot wie letzter Abendschein verschwindet in die Nacht.
Capri, Piccola Marina. Uraltes Wehen vom Meer, Meerwind bei Nacht. Du kommst zu keinem her. Wenn einer wacht, so muss er sehen, wie er dich übersteht. Uraltes Wehen vom Meer. Welches weht nur wie für Urgestein, lauter Raum reißend von weit herein. Oh, wie fühlt sich ein treibender Feigenbaum, oben im Mondschein.
The deeps have music soft and low. When winds awake the airy spray, it lures me on to go and see the land where corals lie. By mountain mead, by lawn and rill, when night is deep, when noon is high, that music seeks and finds me still and tells me where the corals lie. Yes, press my eyelids closed as well, but far the rapid fancies fly. The rolling worlds wave and shell, and all the lands where corals lie. Thy lips are like a sunset's glow, thy smile is like a morning sky. Yet leave me, let me go, and see the land where corals lie.
Grüß mir das Meer. Silberne Wellen rauschen und schwellen. Schön ist das Meer. Grüß mir das Meer. Golden es schäumet. Ob es auch träumet? Tief ist das Meer. Grüß mir das Meer. Glücklich es scheinet. Ströme es weinet. Groß ist das Meer.
Out of the darkness, fretted sometimes in its sleeping, jets of sparks and fountains of blue come leaping to sight, revealing a secret, numberless secrets keeping. Sometimes the darkness trapped within a will runs into speed like a dream, the blue of the steel showing the rock in darkness, now a real. And out of the invisible, streams of bright blue drops rain from the showery heavens, and bright blue crops surge from the underdark to their letter tops. And all the manifold blue and joyous eyes, the rainbow arcing over in the skies, new sparks of wonder opening in surprise. All these pure things come foam and spray of the sea, of darkness abundance, which shaken mysteriously breaks into dazzle of living, as dolphins that leap from the sea, of midnight shake it to fire. So the secret of death we see.
Keine Rede, noch Gegenrede macht dich gemein. Nur mit Himmel und Erde hältst du einsame Zwiesprach. Und am liebsten befreist du dein stilles Glück, dein stilles Weh in wortlosen Liedern. Wie ist dir nun meine Seele? Von allen Märkten des Lebens fern darfst du nun ganz dein Selbst genießen.
The ocean has silent caves, deep, quiet and alone. Though there be fury on the waves, beneath them there is none. The awful spirits of the deep hold their communion there, and there are those for whom we weep, the young, the bright, the fair. Calmly the wearied seamen rest beneath their own blue sea. The ocean solitudes are blessed, for there is purity. The earth has guilt, the earth has care, unquiets are its grave, but peaceful sleep is ever there beneath the dark blue waves.
Yes, so we're getting into it, I think. Really beautiful. So nice. So these poems, I know we were also, I just wanted to thank a person, but I can't see her in the chat, Katharina. I'd like to thank her this way, because Katharina was actually coaching us to read them, and I think we didn't read them only once, we read them quite a few times. And so a big thank you to her. So poetry is such a powerful thing, and we also we were really happy and lucky to receive these creations in our contests. It's very, very beautiful. So there's one more thing I have on poetry, and this is a really powerful poem. I'd like to present this to you also. I don't know if you know this already. It's called Rise, and this is actually something I'm still planning in, I would say near future. So also to possibly have the two authors of the poems somehow in a virtual meeting, because it's just to give you a quick context. So this poem, Rise, was actually written and also recorded, because they did record a movie, which we will see in a minute, in the context of the Rise climate campaign in 2018 by the organization 350.org, and which I also know a little bit. And the two protagonists are two girls from the South Pacific and Greenland, who also are, the Greenland girl is Akka. She is a poet herself. She also, is part of an indigenous community. And Kathy in the South Pacific, she also really looked at myths and stories also from the indigenous community on the Marshall Islands. So I don't want to talk too much. I will show you this now. We're going to stream this online. Is the audio fine, by the way, when we just watched this? Was this okay? Did you hear everything? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So
Sister of ice and snow, I'm coming to you from the land of my ancestors, from atolls, sunken volcanoes, undersea descent of sleeping giants.
Sister of ocean and sand, I welcome you to the land of my ancestors, to the land where they sacrificed their lives to make mine possible, to the land of survivors.
I'm coming to you from the land my ancestors chose. Ailang Kainan, Marshall Islands, a country more sea than land.
I welcome you to Gardash-Litnunak, Greenland, the biggest island on Earth.
With me I bring these shells that I picked from the shores of Bikini Atoll and Brunette Dome.
In my hand I hold these rocks, picked from the shores of Nuuk, the foundation of the land I call my home.
With these shells I bring with me a story of long ago. Two sisters frozen in time on the island of Buyay. One magically turned to stone, the other who chose that life to be rooted by her sister's side. To this day, the two sisters can be seen by the edge of the reef, a lesson in permanence.
With these rocks I bring a story told countless times, a story about Sisuma Amna, mother of the sea, who lives in a cave at the bottom of the ocean. This is a story about the guardian of the sea. She sees the greed in our hearts, the disrespect in our eyes. Every whale, every stream, every iceberg are her children. When we disrespect them, she gives us what we deserve. a lesson in respect. Do we deserve the melting ice, the hungry polar bears coming to our islands, or the colossal icebergs hitting these waters with rage? From one island to another,
I ask for solutions. From one island to another,
I ask for your problems.
let me show you the tide, coming for us faster than we'd like to admit. Let me show you airports underwater, bulldozed reefs, blasted sands, and plans to build new atolls, forcing land from an ancient rising sea, forcing us to imagine turning ourselves to stone.
Can you see a glacier's grown the weight of the world's heat? I wait for you, here on the land of my ancestors, heart heavy with a continuous thirst for solutions. As I watch this land change while the world remains silent.
Sister of ice and snow, I come to you now, in grief.
Mourning landscapes that are always forced to change. First, through wars inflicted on us.
Then through nuclear waste dumped in our waters.
On our ice.
And now,
this. Sister of ocean and sand, I offer you these rocks, the foundation of my home. May the same unshakable foundation connect us, make us stronger than these colonizing monsters that still to this day devour our lives. The very same beasts that now decide who should live,
who should die. Sister of ice and snow, I offer you these shells and the story of the two sisters as testament, as declaration that despite what we are told, we will not leave. We will choose stone. We will choose to be rooted to this reef forever. From these islands,
we ask for solutions.
From these islands,
we ask, we demand that the world see beyond
ACs, SUVs, their pre-packaged convenience, their oil-slick dreams.
Beyond the belief that tomorrow will never happen, that this is merely an inconvenient truth.
Let me bring my home to yours.
Let's watch as Miami, New York, Shanghai, Amsterdam, London, Rio de Janeiro, and Osaka try to breathe underwater. You think you have decades before your home fall beneath tides?
We have years, we have months before you sacrifice us again, before you watch from your TV screens and computer screens to see if we will still be breathing while you do nothing.
My sister, I offer you these rocks as a reminder that our lives matter more than their power. That life in all form demands the same respect we all give to money.
That these issues will affect each and every one of us. None of us is immune.
And that each and every one of us has to decide if we will rise.
Yeah, it's very moving. Yeah, this is so powerful. It's so moving. I mean, like every time I watch it, it's like, and yeah, and who knows, maybe Aka and Kathy are watching this now. I'm in touch with them, so I'd love to still meet them online. I'm crossing my fingers. It would be amazing to speak to them. So yeah, you could even talk like a couple of hours on the making of this movie and the background of this myth and the story behind it, and the connection between the glacier and the Marshall Islands, where the sea levels are rising, and the glacier that's melting, and those two coming together and like as sisters, and just so deep. It's really it's very impressive. So yeah, so with this, actually, yeah, we already tapped into also indigenous wisdom and indigenous knowledge, and something we definitely see as something we can learn from in the industrialized world. And we're very happy to have on board tonight, a person who's a musician and a mediator of indigenous wisdom or indigenous knowledge and the Western world or industrialized world. Felipe, so nice to have you on board. I hope you can hear me. I think your microphone is still on mute. Let me just see. There you are. Perfect. Yeah, so nice to see you, Felipe. We already learned from you, and we're looking forward to learning more about indigenous knowledge. And tonight we're really happy to have you on board as a musician. So cool you're here. And yeah, you have the stage. It's all yours.
Thank you, and hello everyone. I'm right now in Colombia, in Bogotá. Moqueta is the capital city of the Confederation of the Muisca. The Muisca is an ancient indigenous community, probably after the Maya, Azteca, and Inca, was one of the biggest as well. And it was settled here in Colombia. And everything that has been somehow lost since the colony, or what we consider lost, because in some books and in some researches that appears as the indigenous of the Muisca, this specific community has disappeared. But that is not the truth, because many of our elder grandparents and grandmothers are still living, and thanks to the way geographically how Colombia is, there's so many different mountains that divide the territory in different places. So when the Andean mountains come from Argentina, they go up and they reach the south of Colombia in the Amazons through Ecuador. They split into three huge micro Andean cordilleras, or lines of mountains. And because of the difficulty of the territory, there were a lot of civilizations, of indigenous civilizations, that couldn't get to communicate to each other, and they were very happy just wherever they were living, and they always settled around the water. So they always found the water source, either a lake, manantial that rises from the bottom of the earth, a river, or some of them settled by the waters, by the ocean. I've been working with the Arhuacos, with whom we are creating a campaign also to recover the land or free the land, so that this land is given again to our guardians, to our indigenous, because they know how to work with the land. And for them, the balance between the behavior that we have and the behavior that the nature has with us must, it's very relevant. So we have to keep this balance. And part of what tells us how we're behaving, like the thermometer, is the water. So all the water that comes down and flows down the rivers and flows into the oceans, this type of water, these rivers, these lakes, this flowing water, they are actually you can tell how healthy or how ill a community is, a society is, just by going close to the society. So they tell you, if you want to know how a society is, how balanced, how healthy or how unhealthy it is, go to the river and drink from their water. So of course we cannot do that from the Spree, or we cannot do that from many of the rivers that flow by, which it's clear, it tells us a lot of how balanced that specific community is. And therefore the relevance of understanding that these traditions and this ancestral knowledge is not old, is not what used to be, it's actually present. And just as the community from where I come from, the Muisca, just as they say in some researches or in some documentaries or in the news sometimes that this community is extinct, it's not. And there's where we come into a role here, and it's us who need to understand that there's still very old wise men, that it's not just the Muisca community, that all around the world there are native indigenous or native wisdom keepers, basically, that are our grandparents and our grandmothers, and that we are all part of this. So this is not ancient information, this is present information, this is present news, this is present way of living, and this balance that we need to keep between our behaviors and the behavior that nature has with us, this connection that we have with water, is it's relevant not from a scientific level but from a spiritual level as well. Yeah, so I welcome somehow every time I play and I meditate, I welcome always the spirits around us, the spirit of the rock, the spirit of the mountains that are around here, the spirit of the waters, the skies, the sun. However we can see it as a spirit, we can see it as just the warmth of the sun that touches our skin. It doesn't matter how we want to name it. The point is that it does give us life, it does affect our way of living, and we should give them back. One way in which we give back is singing and dancing. So I'm not going to dance, but I'm going to.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're back. Okay, you're back. Connection was just.
Okay. Good. Good. So then, one thing one way of being thankful to these energies that surround us, and in this case to the energy of the water, the spirit of the ocean, we will sing. So I will sing, and this song is called De a Poquito, which is slowly. We have a strong saying here is ingiti, or slowly, or de a poquito, which is everything happens slowly. So there's no, we should not rush, we cannot rush, because things will happen. We just need to walk in the direction that we believe, and slowly everything will come to us. So slowly our life floats, and the waves of the ocean remind us that we go up and we go down, we go up and we go down, but we're always water. Slowly we find ourselves with the roots underneath ourselves, and slowly the roots find us. Slowly we weave our path, and slowly our path is already woven. Slowly we throw arrows that fly to the sky, and slowly these arrows reach a destiny. Slowly we water the seeds that we want to grow. Slowly the seeds that grow are the ones that we water. Slowly we keep ourselves up and down. Slowly we keep ourselves up and down. So this is the translation of what I'm going to sing in Spanish, so you're not lost. Yeah. I hope you enjoy. De a poquito nos mantenemos arriba, abajo. De a poquito nos mantenemos arriba, abajo. De a poquito nos reencontramos con las raíces. De a poquito las raíces se van reencontrando. De a poquito. De a poquito vamos tejiendo nuestro camino. De a poquito regamos la semilla que crece. De a poquito vuelan las flechas que ya lanzamos. De a poquito, 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 de a poquito. De a poquito, de a poquito, de a poquito, de a poquito vuelan flechas que ya lanzamos y las van llegando. De a poquito, 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 de a poquito. De a poquito, 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 de a poquito. De a poquito, de a poquito, de a poquito, de a poquito.
A round of applause.
Slowly, the message is slowly, slowly, all the efforts that are put here through Ocean Now, through everybody that's gathering, through the meditations, through the words, through the experts, through science, all the efforts will reach somewhere slowly. We just have to keep walking. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we're so you've got if you Felipe, if you have one piece that's totally fine. We could continue with the breathing exercise, but if you have another one you would want to play, you feel free now. I mean, we're not like, it was like totally yay, one more.
Yeah. And this
So,
Okay, so this is, I play this a lot because in the moment, now that I'm in Colombia, it's very nice to have this song played here to the mountains. It speaks basically about the mountain. I sing about the mountains, and I think about why the South, not the fact that I'm coming from the South, but the fact that the South is something that exists within ourselves. In the South, we find somehow an equilibrium with the idea of the North. And if we want to speak in political terms, this global North and this global South, it doesn't matter where we come from. We are already children of this mixed world. So we are from the North and we are from the South. And maybe the words from the South have been kept silent within ourselves. So it's how to bring the balance of the South back to the North, how to bring the balance of the female inside of us back to the male and keep it in balance, how to bring the voice of the negative back to the positive, and how we can keep ourselves somehow flowing from one state to the other. So this song actually says that as the rivers, as our veins flow like rivers to the ocean, and the ocean cleans our blood back into our life. So this is what we also understand the ocean is. The ocean is the heart. The ocean is the place where all the waters, all the veins come into, and the water just shares again the clean blood, the clean water back again into the other channels, back up to the mountains, and then the water comes down again to the rivers, and the water in the ocean is always pumping, always pumping. So is this the spirit of the ocean is always pumping, just like our heart. So, wait, because it's a little bit out of tune. Sensación de soledad en el norte de mi mente. Lo que queda es largo, llueve, es perfecto, se siente. Caminando rumbo a casa, hacia el sur, a las montañas, libre el agua me recuerda al roce, un ciclo crece y crece, madre tierra la vida acumula, vuelve, vuelve al mar. Madre tierra, la vida se evapora y vuelve, vuelve al mar. Madre tierra, la vida vuela, vuelve, vuelve al mar. Madre tierra, la vida se evapora y vuelve, vuelve al mar. Madre tierra, la vida como el agua vuelve, vuelve al mar. Madre tierra, la vida se evapora y vuelve, vuelve al mar. Madre tierra, la vida como el agua agua, vuelve, vuelve al mar. Madre tierra, la vida se evapora y vuelve, vuelve al mar. Madre tierra y madre tierra, madre tierra y madre tierra, madre tierra y madre tierra, vuelve y vuelve al mar.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much for this beautiful energy you're sending us through this monitor. Like, no, I mean, it's like that. It's like, but you feel it. It's just beautiful to hear music, man. It's just so nice. Just, and I just loved also the connection you made. Like what do we do to give back? We dance and sing. Yeah. Really beautiful, because I haven't actually, it's gonna be stuck in my head. It's really nice image. Thank you so much, Felipe.
Thank you everyone.
Nice. So so with this said, we looked at so many different ways of connecting to ourselves, and I think music is one way, and this wisdom we've learned also from Felipe, and another way is certainly always to look at ourselves and where we're at, and in particular like right now in these times where we're at, and really everything starts with yourself. And tonight I'm really also very grateful to have a meditation, Reiki and yoga teacher on board, Ulrike Gollmick, who will like spread her how do I call it? Yeah, it's also wisdom actually. With us and share it with us, and we'll have a little breathing exercise. We'll do it together, and we'll have a mini meditation. And I hope you still find time-wise, we have 10 minutes left, but I hope people are fine with staying maybe 5 or 10 minutes more. It's a really nice build-up. Thank you so much, Ulrike, for joining tonight. Cool. The stage is yours.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you a lot that I can do this as well. It's really an honor to be here and also to listen to the wonderful music. Thank you, Felipe. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And as Meike said, I'm gonna do like a little breathing exercise, and then we do a little meditation, which I chose to have some positive affirmations with it. And in the end, like 1 or 2 minutes of stillness, so that we can really deeply connect with ourselves. Because I think it's like so important to come into our center and to be calm and peaceful in ourselves, because then we can go out and also bring this positivity into the world and act in a good way with everything that is there. Because we see everything is connected, so you have to connect to yourself, be positive, and bring this out into the world. So we start now, so please make sure that you sit straight. And you can sit either on the floor like me, then in a cross-legged position, or you can also sit on a couch or a chair, and then make sure that your legs are not crossed. And straighten your back, so you pull your pubic bone a bit to the front so that your lower back is straight. And you can also bring your shoulders to the ear and then back down so that they're away from the ears. So your breast is high and your head and neck is also straight, so as if someone pulls you up to the ceiling. And you can close your eyes now, and your hands can just rest on your lap or on your knees, whatever feels fine for you. And you start with 3 breath ins and out, like just normal. So breathe in through your nose And breathe out through your mouth with a sigh, and let everything go that you don't need at the moment. And breathe in your belly. And breathe out with a sigh. Let everything go, all tension, everything that you don't need. And one more time, breathe in your belly. And let everything go with a sigh. And connect to yourself. And feel your body and your breath. Just observe and don't judge. We do now the full yogic breath, and therefore you can put one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest so that you can really feel how you breathe in, like with every breath in that your belly expands and your chest expands, and with every breath out that you take, that everything flattens. So breathe in through your nose, to your belly, deeply into your belly, and then into your chest, and then into the last corners of the lungs. Bring your shoulders to the ears, fill up your lungs, and breathe out deeply. Feel how your belly flattens and your chest sinks. And again, breathe in your belly, in your chest, and the shoulders to the ears. And breathe slowly and controlled out through your nose. And breathe in your belly, chest, shoulders to the ear. And breathe out, shoulders back from the ears. And breathe in your belly, chest, shoulders to the ears, and hold your breath. And bring the shoulders down and hold your breath. And breathe slowly and controlled out, and bring your upper body to the front, lean forward. And deeply breathe out. Empty your lungs. Come up and hold your breath. And breathe in your belly, chest, shoulders to the ears. Hold your breath, shoulders down. Relax your face. And breathe slowly and controlled out. Lean forward with a straight back. Empty your lungs completely. Hold your breath. And one last round. Breathe in your belly, chest, shoulders to the ear. Hold your breath, shoulders down. And breathe out slowly and controlled. Lean forward. Empty your lungs. Hold your breath, come up. And breathe normally. Let your arms sink down. Connect with yourself. And relax your legs, your belly, your chest, your shoulders, your face. Relax your forehead, your jaw, your tongue. And observe how you feel now. Just observe. Now imagine you're laying on a beach, the most beautiful beach that you can think of. It can be one that you have been to, or it can be one that you just make out of your fantasy. Feel the warmth of the sand. Feel the sunshine on your skin. and see the beautiful ocean, beautiful colors, the blue, dark blue ocean with the sunlight reflecting on it. This space is your healing space. You are safe and secure. You feel calm and relaxed. It's a very special place for you. You can always go there. Repeat with me, either silently or speak out loud, however you prefer. I have trust in myself, in others, and in my life. I have trust in myself, in others, and in my life. I enjoy my life. I enjoy my life. I make my dreams and visions come true. I make my dreams and visions come true. I love and accept myself, others, and all living beings exactly as they are. I love and accept myself, others, and all beings exactly as they are. I have compassion for all beings. I have compassion for all beings. I speak and live in accordance with my own truth. I speak and live in accordance to my own truth. I follow my intuition. I follow my intuition. I feel connected to everything that is. I feel connected to everything that is. I am my true self. I am my true self. Now rest for 1 or 2 minutes in complete silence and let everything sink in into yourself. Slowly come back to your body, to your breath, and be assured that you can always go to this special healing space on the beach. It's always there for you. Take a deep breath in and breath out. Bring your hands in front of your chest. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be liberated. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Wow, Ulrike, that was so nice.
On this Thursday, I'm going to start 7 days good evening meditation in German. But if you're interested, you can check out my webpage, beyourtrueself.de. So it would be nice to see some of you again.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much. Just for everyone, you see the contact of Ulrike at the top of the chat. You probably saw. I just pasted one more time, maybe, so you can see it. And also Felipe's contact one more time. Yes. Yeah, so thank you so much to our two special guests tonight. Thank you so much to the participants joining us, and maybe the Ocean Now team, whoever has their camera, can maybe just quickly give a sign just so people know we're Ocean Now, because I think I've been talking all the time. That's us. And there's a few more just for everyone else outside. Yeah. So beautiful. Yes, so I would say have a really relaxing evening, a relaxing day for you, Felipe. And then I hope to see you soon again.
Yeah, thank you.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Goodbye.